Hi, everyone. I wanted to jump on here and quickly explain our safety project that we're continuing in science. Before we left, you guys came up with a safety project plan, like a brainstorm, and then you looked up some research and some notes as to why your safety project was necessary and how it tied to Newton's laws and force and motion. The next step is step 3, which I kind of explained on Friday. For step 3, you're creating either a visual plan or a prototype for your safety project. So that is going to be due by Sunday, March 29th. So today is this day right here on the 19th. We have spring break coming up next week, so no virtual learning next week. But then on the 29th is when I'm going to look over your group project documents and see that everybody uploaded a picture of either their virtual plan or your prototype. When we come back from spring break, we will still have virtual learning. So that next week, we'll still have virtual learning and we'll move on to the next step of our project. So on Sunday, March 29th, you need to have step 3 done for your safety project. For your safety project for step 3, some of us have done this already. You can either create a virtual or a visual plan or a prototype. Your visual plan is much easier than the prototype. You would just take a piece of paper, draw out what you would do to make your situation safer, whether it was a football helmet, making it safer, whether it was making sure people don't slip on the floor, making that safer, whatever your group decided, you're going to draw a picture of what you would do to make that safer. Your prototype, your model, draw a picture of it, and then take a picture of your picture and upload it to your group document. On your group document, it says your name and then a box, the other partner's name and a box, your other partner's name and a box. So put it in your box. Okay. That would be the visual plan. Or if you want to have a little bit more fun over your spring break, especially if you're not going anywhere, like a lot of us, you could build a prototype to make your thing actually safer. Obviously, some of us have like making escalators safer. You don't have an escalator in your home, but you could possibly build something that would be similar. Just kind of be creative with it. What I was thinking is if last week my group brainstormed and came up with the problem is egg cartons and that eggs crack in a carton, maybe I could actually build that prototype because I have a carton of eggs and then I have some other materials that I could build to make it safer. So for instance, if this was my project, my prototype could be, instead of making these flimsy egg cartons that often I find eggs cracked at the grocery store, maybe in my storage closet, I found this box and I was like, oh, I could make that into a prototype for my eggs. Maybe we should have eggs in cardboard boxes, but then also some extra cushion. So my extra cushion could be the coveted toilet paper. Don't use too much of this if you find this at home because we are all out of it. But I could stuff some toilet paper into the box in each of the holes. Luckily, this box had like compartments because it used to be for like Christmas ornaments. And then I could, this could be my prototype. So this would be where I would put in the eggs and make them a little bit safer from that force and motion of like dropping, and hopefully they wouldn't ever crack. Okay. So if once I was done with this was my prototype. I'd take a picture of it, post it on my group document underneath my name, underneath step 3, just like the people with visual plans have, but mine is a prototype. And then our next step for step 4, when we come back from break, so on the 30th, we're going to start step 4 individually in our own homes. That's why everyone has to do this individually now. No more group project. You're going to either get to explain how you would test it, or you're going to actually get to test it. So if you build a prototype, you can actually test it. Got my egg in there. Hope it's not cracked. Let me know if you have questions.